Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. It's been about a month since I did a haul video, so let's do a haul video. This is some of the recent purchases that I've made, and I've actually listened to all of them multiple times, so they're officially in the Alan Rosenberg database, well, except for two of them that I haven't listened to enough. My music OCD, I got to listen to stuff multiple times before I decide if I'm going to keep it and put it in. So without further ado, let's check out some of the recent purchases I got on CD and vinyl. I did a recent video 2 days ago about my big 8-track purchases. You may want to check out that. I did that 2 days ago. I bought my old 8-track player, recorder, and about 12 8-tracks, so that's separate. All right, if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe and check out my other videos, and that would help my channel to grow so I show up in searches and would greatly appreciate it. I'm a huge Nils Lofgren fan. I have all of his studio records and live records, but there's a lot of compilations, and for whatever reason, I never had this one. And this was one called Favorites 1990 to 2005. This is really not Nils at his prime. I would call this the Ryko disc years. But I got to tell you, I put this on, and I loved it. And, you know, when you cherry pick those Ryko disc albums, there's a ton of great stuff on there. And this is just an excellent collection. If you like latter-day Nils, this is really good. And there's some stuff that's only available on here. So this was a good purchase for me. Like I said, I have all of his studio records, but nice to get a compilation. As you know, I'm becoming a Taylor Swift fan, so I picked up Red, the original version of Red. And really good. The first time I listened to it, I was like, yeah, it's really kind of poppy. Second time, yeah, really kind of poppy. But, man, it grows on you. Check out All Too Well. I know that there's a new video of that that's like 10 minutes long because she redid it. But, man, what an amazing song. It turns out that now I'm getting to like every damn song on this album. Some of it's really kind of poppy. But another really good record, Taylor Swift and Red. I'm a big Leonard Cohen fan. For some reason, I never had this album. It's kind of a deep album. It didn't get huge release, didn't get huge success. And it's called Live Songs. And I have a bunch of his other live records. But this was really good. I really enjoyed it. You know, he's just so good. When you're in the mood, Leonard Cohen's great. Really good live one. You know, digging through the... this was a cool one. Digging through the CD racks, I found this. This is a bootleg of Sheryl Crow live in France on the Come On tour. And it's from a radio broadcast, so it's perfect quality. There's a lot of French talking in between. They do an interview with her in French. Great performance, and she does Good Times, Bad Times, a Led Zeppelin track, too. So for $1, great find. I picked this up a long time ago, and I finally got around to listening to it, so I decided to show it again because it's finally made it into the Alan Rosenberg Show. It's such a mystery. The Dave Clark 5 legendary British invasion band. At least in America, you never hear them on the radio. Even when I was growing up, you heard the Stones and the Beatles and the Who and Animals sometimes. Never hear the Dave Clark 5 on the radio. So you get to know some of the tracks from like documentaries, you know, bits and pieces, Glad All Over. But shockingly, as I played this, and there's 50 songs on this, I knew a lot of the songs. Of course, Because, and it's really good. Really good. I know they're kind of a controversial band, you know, Dave Clark took ownership, and he was kind of unique. He kept all their rights, but there's a question, did he really write the songs, and did the guys really play on the songs? Don't know, but I got to tell you, really good listen. I really enjoyed it. The history of the Dave Clark 5, 50 songs on 2 CDs. I bought that a long time ago, but I finally got around to it. Made it into the database. I'm a big Uriah Heep fan, but I don't have all their albums for some reason. I never had Sweet Freedom. And solid release. You know, if you don't like Uriah Heep, you're certainly not going to like this album. But a lot of really good things on it. Circus is a great acoustic track. Stealin' is the big hit, or big hit for Uriah Heep anyway. Pilgrim. I liked it. And these deluxe editions with the bonus tracks, live stuff, and unreleased versions. Nice find. I'm a really big fan of Renaissance, and Annie Haslam has done some solo stuff. And I found this. This is called The Dawn of Ananda, and Annie Haslam solo CD, and lo and behold, it was autographed. So I've met Annie a couple times when I've seen them live, and she's autographed a bunch of stuff for mine, but that was still pretty cool. And good record for sure. Summon the Angels is a great track. You know, strong album if you like Annie Haslam. I'm a big Lou Reed fan, but another one. I don't have all of his albums. I got a lot. For whatever reason, I never picked up Legendary Hearts. And this is the album he did after the Blue Mask, which I think is an amazing album. So for some reason, I never bought it. And it's good. Really good. Martial Law. Legendary Hearts from Lou Reed, digitally remastered version of that one. And this was a cool find, a British import of Nectar, Door to the Future, The Light Show Tapes, Volume 1. This is what they call officially released bootleg stuff. It was recorded on cassette from Germany in 1974 when they were just touring for Remember the Future. Not only my favorite Nectar album, but one of my favorite albums of all time. I think it's a perfect album. And it's a good listen. It's Nelly the Elephant, a couple of songs like Devil's Door, Anyway Sorrow, that you don't really, they were before they ever were released, or they were never released, so they're kind of unreleased tracks. But then you have classics like Show Me the Way and early version of Fidgety Queen, and then a whole bunch of Remember the Future stuff. So that was a good find. I was happy about that. This was interesting. I love this double live album from Grand Funk called Bosnia. I've had it on CD, and it's not easy to find. It was the reunion of them at the time. They had special guests like Peter Frampton. They played with an orchestra, and it's a fantastic CD. And I was in a record store, and they had this. And this was a promotional copy on cassette. So there's no artwork, really. It's just a promo, before it was officially released. But if you like Grand Funk, or even if you think you don't, you want to hear some great live Grand Funk, this is the one, Bosnia. And there's there's the set list. It's awesome, an advanced cassette. So that was kind of fun to have. I'm a huge fan of U2, and I have all of their DVDs except for one, for whatever reason. I never picked up Vertigo, live from Chicago. And I found this for really cheap. It is $3.99. But they're so amazing, and their staging is so incredible, and great set list, because when they play, they tour their new albums, and it sounds just as good as their classic stuff. Such an amazing band. I know people love to hate them, but really, I think they're up there in the Mount Olympus with the Stones and Zeppelin and the Who and the Beatles and U2. And there it is. Completes my live U2 DVDs. Some vinyl. I had picked up this a while ago. Finally got around to listening to this, and this was a promo copy of Alice Cooper Dada on vinyl. And it's okay. It's one of those lost years of Alice Cooper albums. Like Zipper Catch a Skin, which is pretty good. This is not as good, but it's kind of cool. And then I found these two 12 inches. Sometimes they're fun to get 12 inches with these remixes. I'm a big fan of Geils, but my least favorite album by them is Freeze Frame. And this is 2 tracks, River Blindness and Flamethrower. But I like the artwork. Flamethrower is the A-side on this side, and then River Blindness A-side on this side. This is a promo copy, not for sale. So latter-day Geils, not nearly as good as early Geils, but it's still fun. Remember this one? Jeopardy from the Greg Kihn Band, and this is a 12-inch version of that, and I kind of like it's got like an extended instrumental mix of that great song Jeopardy. Pick that up. This was a cool find, American Flyer, and you're like, who the hell is American Flyer? Well, American Flyer was Craig Fuller, Pure Prairie League, and Doug Yule, really. Doug Yule, you may know from the latter-day Velvet Underground. In fact, my most played Velvet Underground album, by the way, is Loaded. I love that, and that's the one with Doug Yule on it. And Doug Yule, of course, controversially did one more Velvet Underground album after Lou Reed. I'll do a video on that one day. But this is what he did after that, and then it's also got Eric Katz and Steve Katz. And kind of cool. Good stuff. American Flyer. And last but not least, you ever get rid of something and then you're like, why the hell did I do that? I was such an idiot. So I'm a really big Buddy Holly fan, and a long time ago I had this beautiful 6-record complete Buddy Holly collection, and it's just magnificently done. Each vinyl album covers a period of his career, because it was a relatively short career. And then if you open up the box, it comes with this awesome book, 64-page book with the whole history of Buddy Holly. I mean, this is just magnificent. I mean, this is his whole life and his whole discography. And this box, pretty much at least at the time, comprises every note he's ever played. And I had this. And then eventually I got his stuff on CD. And, I have a CD collection. I think it's called the Memorial Collection, which also has, like, everything that he's ever done on 3 CDs. So I got rid of this box because it takes up space. This is what it looks like, the 6 albums. And then after I got rid of this album, I was like, you idiot, why did you do that? This is just such a great collection. And lucky me, I was at a record store and I found it. And Mark was at High Fidelity, was nice enough to sell it to me for a decent price. So it's back in the Alan Rosenberg catalog where it should be, the complete Buddy Holly. So there you go. Buddy Holly holds up really well. He really does. Such a great songwriter and singer, and it's just awesome. So there you go. My latest haul video. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice mixture of stuff. I buy tons of stuff, as you know, but I haven't gotten to most of it. My backlog's I'm digging in a little bit. I think I have about 280 albums that I bought over the last 2 years that I haven't gotten to yet. So they only officially get into the database and in the Alan Rosenberg show until I listen to them at least 5 times, if it's new to me. So I'll get to this stuff eventually, but that's the scoop. I'm going to be going on vacation, so you're not going to see me for at least a week. So hopefully if you enjoy my channel, check out, I have, I've been doing this for over 2 years. I got like 150 videos, give or take. So if you like my channel, and I certainly hope you do, feel free to check out some of the other videos you may have missed. I have playlists, so it helps you make it a little bit easier to find stuff. But stay safe, stay healthy, keep rocking, and I will see you, give or take, in about a week when I come back. Thanks for watching the Alan Rosenberg Show, and hit subscribe. I really appreciate it. Send your comments, but don't be mad if I don't write back, because, again, I'm going to be away. Alrighty, I will see you then.